All right, everybody. Let's do part 2 of 3 for today's Daily Hawk, because there was a lot of news today, a lot of stuff to talk about. It's about 9:45 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11th, as we begin week 4 of Fat Nixon Pervert Hoover's Festival of Dipshittery. It continues unabated. Not entirely unabated. The courts are doing a lot. But the big question is going to be whether or not Donald Trump and his administration obey the courts. J.D. Vance has certainly sent signals that they're not going to, that the judiciary branch has no legitimate role in overseeing the properly executed powers of the executive branch. J.D. Vance went to Yale or Harvard Law School, and he very, very much knows better than that. He knows that when he says that, it's complete bullshit. And then during whatever the hell this was this afternoon, when Donald Trump had Elon Musk and one of Elon's kids in the Oval Office, and Elon was holding court with the White House press corps, as Donald Trump just sat at his desk like, for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. And Donald Trump said, yeah, we need to look at the courts, and said something about rogue judges. So it's a matter of time. Joe Rogan had his input today. He said that he ripped the media and Democrats for refusing to change course after Donald Trump won, and they're still saying stupid shit. They're not going to course correct, Rogan said, predicting that the Democratic Party will continue to shed people. He said they're saying stupid shit. It's all nonsense. Their understanding of social media and the dynamics you set up by having completely state-controlled mainstream media, where they only said the narratives you guys wanted. They all said it in step, so you could watch different programs repeat the exact same words, exact same phrases. He said people like Brian Stelter, who I guess is back at CNN now, are just not real people that the average American can relate to. Unlike Donald Trump. He actually said that. We don't trust the New York Times. We don't trust the Washington Post. We don't trust CNN or MSNBC. They're all full with propaganda, and so that's why the internet rose. It's not because there was some sort of fucking right-wing conspiracy heavily funded. There was, actually. No, you guys suck. You guys fucking suck, and you're not real people. Nobody wants to hang out with Brian Stelter. None of these people are people that people can relate to and like. It's hard to disagree with all of that. Sorry. John Oliver crashed Jon Stewart on The Daily Show last night to mock America's coming monarchy era under Donald Trump, saying kings get shit done. It's been a good run, America, he said. It's looking like we're becoming less like the constitutional republic we've been for 250 years and more like the monarchy we all fought to escape from. And then John Oliver shows up. And he's like, I'm here to gloat. America has had its little fun experimenting with democracy, didn't you? You fought so hard to get away from the British Empire, acting up, throwing all that tea in the harbor. You still owe us for that, by the way. Oh, boy. Oliver continued. Have you seen anything America has done over the last 50 years? Because for a country that doesn't want to be an empire, you're doing a pretty fucking good impression of one. Invasions, economic exploitations, and now suggesting turning Gaza into a beachfront casino. Even King George would have been like, I don't know, guys. Feels like this situation's a bit more complicated than that, and I'm literally dying of a medieval brain disease. PBS has caved to Donald Trump, as told to The Hollywood Reporter. and has closed its offices of diversity, equity, and inclusion in order to comply with an executive order by President Donald Trump. NPR closed its DEI office. NPR. I mean, was PBS going to get rid of Elmo? Sesame Street? Jesus, man. So former federal prosecutor and Zoom call masturbator Jeffrey Toobin had some thoughts on the DOJ dropping all charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who had been under indictment for corruption, bribery, and being improperly under foreign influence, which the DOJ has now said they're not going to prosecute bribery from foreigners anymore, or failing to register as a foreign agent anymore, which a whole bunch of people in Trump's world were charged with. Jeffrey Toobin, I think he must have been on CNN. He said, "This is one of the most bizarre situations I've ever seen. The acting DOJ head, Emile Beauvais, who was one of Donald Trump's defense attorneys in the case where he was convicted of 34 felonies, makes complaints that Eric Adams was politically targeted. There's absolutely no evidence of that, and the Justice Department, now under Trump, dismisses the case against him, which had nothing to do with the facts or the evidence, but says, well, we don't know whether he's guilty or not, but we want him to fight crime. This is what happens in authoritarian countries. The rule of law is not applied equally. It is only applied to how the leader wants it applied. And Eric Adams told Donald Trump, he said that he would let Donald Trump do whatever he wants to do inside of New York City relative to his immigration policies. And he did that so that Donald Trump would drop the felony indictments against him, which Donald Trump did. Quid pro quo. Jill Stein's campaign manager took to Twitter today. His name's Jason Call, C-A-L-L. He said that Donald Trump was god-awful, but argued that electing Trump was a better outcome than electing Kamala Harris, which would be, in his words, re-electing genocide. Yes, of course, Trump is bad. There is no illusion that he would be terrible. Electing Harris would have been worse. We can fight Trump through mutual aid, through civil disobedience, through acts of resistance and organizing. We can overcome. We would never overcome the moral stain of re-electing genocide. It would have undercut any moral authority. It would have metastasized, and on and on and on and on and on. He said that after Donald Trump said, we're going to own the Gaza Strip and we're going to relocate 2.3 million Palestinians to different countries. He thinks that is a better result than electing Kamala Harris. So Jason Call, Jill Stein's campaign manager, is a moron. What the fuck, man? The hottest stop on the DC media circuit, as reported by the Wall Street Journal, is Steve Bannon's podcast, The War Room. Congressional aides say they know when their boss is on the program because the calls, emails, and social media posts coming into the office surge, even more so than during hits on Fox News or CNN. Cool. That's awesome that we are elevating voices like Steve Bannon's. Fantastic. The White House will not release visitor logs during Donald Trump's second term, a move that aligns with the policy of his first administration, according to the Washington Examiner, because the public shouldn't have any right to know who is coming and going from the White House now that Donald Trump has near blanket immunity from criminal prosecution and has decided not to prosecute foreign bribes. Oh boy, let's talk about the House budget. So remember that Donald Trump and the House want there to be one big, beautiful bill that deals with taxes, a budget, funding for his immigration policies, and all kinds of other stuff. In the Senate, John Thune, the majority leader there, and Senate Republicans are like, we really need to split this up into at least 2 bills in order to make sure that everything gets passed. John Thune and Mike Johnson are meeting this week. They're discussing these bills, and here come the whack jobs. The House Freedom Caucus is going to introduce their own bill. They're going to release their own bill. They're Republicans. The Speaker of the House is a Republican who's working on a bill. The House Freedom Caucus is going to introduce their own bill. Why? Because they're crazy. They're crazy and they're dangerous. Russia released a prisoner today. Was a guy who was arrested, I think, in 2021. He was a teacher. He had like some medical marijuana on him, so Russia charged him with drug trafficking, sentenced him to 14 years in the gulag. And Trump's administration got him released, so that's good. Republicans are trying to save the U.S. aid food program, gosh, which doesn't exist anymore. Elon Musk did away with it. A man who was elected to nothing and does not hold any government position did away with an agency that had a $6.3 billion annual budget that fed poor people all around the world. Why would Republicans do that? Well, because U.S. aid paid billions of dollars to American farmers to grow the food that U.S. aid distributed all over the world. And now U.S. aid is not honoring those contracts with American farmers, all of whom vote for Republicans. And a bunch of these guys are going to lose their farms. It's the old F around and find out thing. So a senior official at FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, this is from NBC News, instructed subordinates to freeze funding for a wide array of grant programs on yesterday, just hours after a federal judge ordered the Trump administration for a second time to do exactly not that. They're going to start ignoring judges. They're going to start ignoring judges. Donald Trump met in the White House, in the Oval Office today, with the King of Jordan. Remember, Trump has been saying, we're going to send 2.3 million Palestinians from the Gaza Strip to resettle on a big, beautiful piece of land in Jordan and in Egypt. Both Jordan and Egypt have said, we're not taking these Palestinians. The 2.3 million Palestinians have said, we're not going to Egypt or Jordan. We're going back to the Gaza Strip. Donald Trump responded to all of that by providing the Israeli military with the largest bombs that the United States military makes. One of them is called MOAB, which is an acronym that stands for Mother of All Bombs. Yeah. So Trump was saying all of this in front of the King of Jordan, who was sitting next to him just going, are you fucking kidding me? And Donald Trump justified all of this by saying, I won with Arabs in the United States election in 2024. I won with Arabs. I think he just means Dearborn, Michigan, and Palestinians who live in Dearborn, Michigan, who all voted for him because, like the campaign manager for Jill Stein, they all decided that electing Donald Trump would be better for Palestinians inside the Gaza Strip than electing Kamala Harris. The multiple areas and multiple stages of the fuck around and find out phase is coming hard and fast for a lot of people in this country. It's coming hard and fast. It's coming for parents whose kids are in public schools and they need IEPs, or if their kids are autistic, those programs are gone. Elon Musk did away with those yesterday. It's coming for farmers who U.S. aid is not honoring their contracts and they're going to lose their farms. And it came hard for Palestinian Americans who proactively campaigned against Kamala Harris in favor of Donald Trump, electing Donald Trump because he would be much better for Palestinians inside the Gaza Strip than Kamala Harris. It's just, we told you. We told you the whole time. We told you. We told you this is what they were going to do. They told you that this is what they were going to do with Project 2025. They told you ahead of time what they were going to do. And you guys didn't listen to him. You didn't listen to the Republican Party. You didn't listen to anybody on the left. Everybody was telling you what he was going to do. And you guys voted for him anyway. It's really fucking stunning. It's just absolutely amazing. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please click like. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe to my page. It's free. And, you know, I'm going to do one more of these tonight. And then tomorrow will be a new day. So I hope everybody has an amazing Wednesday. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you soon.